The process aiming for the registration of halloumi, helim cheese in the EU as a protected designation of origin is still ongoing. It is based on the common understanding that was reached by the President of the European Commission and the leaders of the two communities in Cyprus back in 2015. The conditions that were agreed are quite detailed. I can come back to you bilaterally, Athanasios, to explain these conditions, but we are still discussing. The Commission is in contact with all the parties to ensure an outcome reflecting all the elements of this common understanding. We are aware that this was raised yesterday by Cyprus, as the Commissioner for Agriculture replied. It's still not the case that the geographical indication is registered in the EU, which means that it cannot be registered in trade agreements.
Thank you very much, Miriam. I will now invite you to ask additional questions to Miriam, if you have. So please raise your hand.
Can I have a follow-up?
Of course, Athanasios. Go ahead.
Could you please tell us why the whole thing is still ongoing? Why? What is the basic reason why this thing is still ongoing and it's pending and we don't have a decision and it's not registered yet? There should be at least one reason that you could publicly announce. My viewers constantly ask me, I've got this LTT from previous spokespersons, but it's not satisfactory. We know what the common understanding was in 2015, but now it's 5 years later, it's 2020, and it's still there. So please tell us, what is the specific reason why this thing is still ongoing? Thank you.
As explained, there has been discussions by the leaders of the two communities with the European Commission. There are 5 points that the Commission agreed that should be reflected in this common understanding. Unfortunately, there is still no agreement on all of the points, so discussions need to continue until we find this agreement.
Thank you very much, Miriam. I will now invite you to raise your hand if you have additional questions for Miriam on this subject or on other subject that she covers, trade and agriculture in particular. So please only keep your hand raised at this point if you have questions for Miriam.